stool sets we've offered here at HSN, but everybody is very, very happy with their purchase. In fact, they're so happy. They have written hundreds of rave reviews on our website at hsn.com. They are strong, they are durable, but here's my favorite part. They collapse and fold. Because what's the problem with the stool? If you live in a small apartment like I do, maybe you're in a condo, maybe you're in a dorm room, maybe you have a small little flat, you don't have room to actually store the stool when you're not using it. So what a brilliant idea. They collapse and fold. You can sit on them. You can stand on them. They hold up to 330 pounds. You can wash the dishes. You can reach the cupboards. And best of all, you don't have to ask your partner or your spouse for a helping hand. Because here's my husband's face when I say, hey, honey, can you get the... Yes. Oh. Mm-hmm. Right now, that's okay. Maybe if you're married, this might sound vaguely familiar. And sometimes my husband says I exaggerate a little. Okay, so I am exaggerating a little, but no one ever wants to be interrupted. And you want, of course, the independence to do it yourself. So you're getting a set of two. One of them is the 9-inch and one of them is the 13-inch. We have what we call a birthday price of $23. This is the lowest price we have ever offered. This is like, what, $11.50 and $11.50? So this is like the best deal we have ever offered on the step stools. These are great for kids. These are great for grown-ups. These are great for anyone and everyone, any home, any household, any RV, any camper, because they also fit in all those small spaces. So we have the colors. Do you want to do the colors?
Sure, I can do them.
Okay, because I know you know them better than I do,
Okay,
Sabrina.
so right here we have the palm. This is gorgeous, gorgeous palm. Then we have the printed floral green. Then we have the gorgeous lemon right here. I love this one. It reminds me of Amalfi. I love that one. Then we have the solid orange. It's kind of like a tomatoey red though in person, just so you know. This is called the solid orange. Then we have the red floral, the solid green. Then we have the no, this is the clementine. This is the yellow printed floral. This is the clementine. I always think of my daughter when I see this one in her little bathroom. I love it. Then we have the pink hearts. The geometric purple here, gorgeous. Love this, super fun. The pink printed floral. Love the floral designs. The blue wave. The solid blue right here. Oop, and it collapsed down perfectly.
Right on cue.
Yeah, right on cue. The geometric blue. Oh, and then that one's the cocktails. That was me and Tina's favorite.
There we go.
We love that one, the cocktail one.
If you got the wine opener, now you're going to go ahead and lock that in. So let's demonstrate.
Yes. Okay. So you know what? I'm going to use this one over here.
Sure.
Put this one back. So, okay, say you get these home. You got the 9-inch and you got the 13-inch. I'm going to use the Lotus one. You get them home. They're going to be absolutely flat, like this gorgeous set that you're getting. And say you got to clean the ceiling fan, right? We all have to do that tiresome activity, and it's just a little bit out of reach. So you either have the 9-inch option or the 13-inch option. You can use it as a stepping system. So this is going to hold 330 pounds. So you have that extra sense of security knowing, you know what, if I get up on here and I have to change a light bulb, it's going to be okay. If I get up on here and I have to do some extra cleaning at a higher height, it's going to be okay. It's giving you the system. So my mom is 5 feet. She's a small little Italian lady. For her, I'd prefer her to use the system. The 13-inch is great. The 9-inch is great. But sometimes we need the system to get where we need to get, whether it's changing a light bulb, cleaning something, getting something out of the kitchen. I like that they're providing a set of two because it gives you that ample, you know, step and storage that you need to get to what you got to get going.
Very, very popular today. So we have offered this in the past, but we have not had this on air in a long time. And now we're doing it at our birthday price, which is the best price ever. So instead of buying one for $23, you're getting two for $23. You have little rubber feet on the bottom so they don't slip and slide. So they're skid proof. And then also the top of them is also non-slip. Pick your favorite duo. The best way to see the entire collection and all the fun colors is hsn.com. So you can go there right now, 859-025. And think about all the ways you would probably use the step stool. I'm thinking, even if you have one of those like big SUVs and all of a sudden everyone can't get in and out of the car, you could keep a little step stool in inside the car, in the trunk, right behind the front seat, and then everybody can get in and out of a car or an RV. I'm thinking about all my little nieces and nephews when they were learning to brush their teeth and wash their hands. You always had to have a step stool in front of the sink.
Yep.
Right?
This is convenient. This is multi-purpose, it's multifunctional, and that's what improvement does. I love how they're giving you that extra sense of security. When you get this home, you're going to feel that it has a great grip to it. So you don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, when I step on this, am I going to slip, or is it not going to, protect me? You're definitely going to have that great security of knowing, when I go up, it's going to be fine. I love how it collapses down. It makes it easy to store this in a laundry room, even under a kitchen sink, depending on how large your kitchen sink is. You can easily store this underneath there. But I love the idea of using this in the trunk of your car, because my kids have a lot of sports events and I always forget a chair. For some reason, I'm always the parent that forgets to bring a chair. So this is great that you could sit down and use it wherever you want. You said getting in and out of a larger truck. For sure, people who tend to need a little bit extra help, this is the way to do it. I love that you can leave this in your car to also wash the car. You don't have to get down on the floor or down on your knees when you're washing a vehicle or gardening. How many times when you're pulling weeds, our back, our knees. This is a great way to prevent any pain or damage from doing those household items. Take a seat, relax and enjoy, and do it with these beautiful colors.
I love that idea. Also, if you have a dog and you have to wash them.
Oh yeah.
How many of you get the worst backache ever, trying to wash the dog, wash the dog, wash the dog? Or maybe it's the kids in the bath, the kids in the bath, the kids in the bath. You could actually sit down. What a thought.
Yeah.
And then I could brush the dog sitting down, so I'm not bending over. I'm actually sitting up straight, but I'm getting down on his level. Very, very popular, lowest price ever. I want to go through the colors pretty quickly, if you don't mind, Sabrina. Let's see how fast we can go.
Okay, I'm going to do the abbreviated version.
But if you do have a dog, I'll tell you what I love the low one for. I put his dog bowl and his water bowl here.
Oh,
so if he's, if you got an old senior dog like me, they're not bending over into their food bowl, and it's a little bit easier for them to eat without making such a big mess. So it could be, a little stand for all the little fur babies in your life. And I love the idea that you just pull it out of your car last minute. You need to watch a parade or wait in line or, grab a seat at the soccer game because the grass is always wet or dirty or muddy. And you can take these outside, so it's perfect for gardening. Okay, so that one is our palm.
And this is printed green.
Printed green.
Lemon.
Lemon.
Solid orange.
Okay.
Floral red. Solid green. Floral yellow. Clementine. Pink hearts. Purple geometric. Pink floral. Blue wave. Solid blue. Sorry, that one's still down.
It's kind of like an aqua color.
Yes, and then you have the cocktail and then the geometric blue.
Okay, Geo Blue will be the first to go. We only have 100 left. And remember, you're getting two. So when you think about it, what is this, $11 and change?
It's incredible.
Each? So you always have room for a step stool when it's from Improvements. Right between your washer and dryer, right between your refrigerator and that funky little wall that always kind of ends the kitchen. I'll tell you what, no one asked me when they designed kitchens where they should put the cupboards. But the cupboard over the refrigerator is the worst place ever to put a cupboard. I mean, I'm not that short. I'm 5'6", but you would think someone who's 5'6", of average height, could actually reach that little cupboard above the kitchen sink, or maybe it's above the stove. Not possible. Now
it is.
I can. Now, what is this, 13 inches?
Yep, that's 13.
So instead of 5'6", I am 6'6". I could change a light bulb. I could dust a ceiling fan. I could go ahead and whisk those little spiders out of the corners. I could finally get that party tray that's always at the, the ones you don't use very often are always in the highest cupboard. I could get out the kitchen blender or the food processor, or I could finally reach all those, extra packages of peanut butter or mayonnaise. And then I could step back down. You have two. You're getting two at this price. So here's what I would love for you to do. Drop this in your cart and think who in your life would really love one of these. Who does a lot of chores bending over? Even if you have to clean out a drawer, kitchen cupboards, maybe need to organize your office, it'd be nice to sit on something if you're digging out, closets or cabinets. It'd be nicer to sit on something rather than to, sit on the floor to do that job or bend over.
Getting up off the floor, Sarah, I'm getting up there now in age, and it's like, it's a hassle. Once you're on the floor, you kind of want to stay there. So having a buffer in between you and the floor is always helpful. And you're getting a 13-inch buffer here and a 9-inch buffer here. But do you see how comfortable it is? I mean, sometimes you have these stools that are made of metal, and they're rickety, and you're not even sure if they're going to last or if they're going to pinch you if you decide to close it. Here you're getting something that's comfortable, that you can use it everywhere, and it's pretty. And that's what Improvements does. They make things that are pretty, that you want to use around the house, and it's secure enough that it's going to hold 330 pounds. Each one of these, whether it's the 9-inch or the 13-inch, you're going to have that extra sense of security that when you go up, it's going to be able to sustain that weight. So I love the idea that they're giving you two, so you have that stair system if you choose, or you can take one, leave it in the car for car washing, sporting events, if you need to wash the dog. All of these things we tend to have to do, and we don't want to sacrifice our body when we're doing it.
No.
This is a great way to keep it safe.
I mean, it's hard to reach the top of the car. Like if you have to, you know, really get in there, maybe you have a van, maybe you have an SUV, or maybe you're just trying to, you know, reach something. Maybe you're trying to wash the windows. I mean, think about all the times you're like, I wish I had a ladder. I wish I had a step stool. Now you can get your independence back. Now you don't have to ask a friend or a neighbor like, hey, could you come reach that? Maybe it's just getting things organized in the garage or the basement. Maybe you have a storage unit. And those are always kind of difficult because you got to pack all the way to the ceiling.
Look at that.
Put these in the trunk of your car. Take them with you wherever you go. Great for kids, great for adults, great for families and single adults everywhere, because a lot of us just need a little extra helping hand. The fact that you get two for this price, best price ever. Pick your color. Decide how many pairs you want to get. Maybe you'll want to order one for a loved one, especially if they've got little ones at home. I think it's a must for little ones. And the colors and the patterns are so fun. So
gorgeous.
I think you're going to be really happy with that one. In fact, I'll just fold these.
Yeah, leave them on down, folded.
They don't take up any room at all. Okay, Sabrina.
Yes.
We still have my pick of the hour coming up. It's my pick of the show. Should we go there right now?
Yes, let's do it.
Walk backwards. I'm going to walk backwards.
There you go.
I'm going to walk backwards.
I'll follow you.
I might run right into it. There it is. Okay. It's right behind me. Okay, I got to talk about